Hi, good morning, everyone. We are on the bus again, a little later in the morning. Well, actually, now it's, I guess, technically afternoon. And it's another beautiful day here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we are just coming to you live from this bus. And the weather is just fantastic. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's not too windy. It's low humidity today. There's no rain. The clouds look really nice. And temperature is definitely below 20 degrees Celsius, that's for sure. So my estimation would be approximately, not sure if stream is choppy, but I seem to be having some, so hopefully you guys can still see the view pretty good and it's relatively clear. Now I'm seeing that it goes for me to 720p. I'd like to be able to bring it up to 1080p, but right now it's stuck on 720p. And there's Beyond the Sea, condos. I always think of the Bobby Darin song, of course, Beyond the Sea. You know the lyrics, Somewhere Beyond the Sea? Well, if you don't know that song, you can look it up. And those condos you see, these ones specifically, are Beyond the Sea condos. And over here we have Metro Plaza. At least that's what I call it. I believe it's called Metro Plaza. It has a few anchor stores like TD, Shoppers Drug Mart, LCBO, Sunset Grill, Panago or Panajo. And I think there's also Massage Addict. Oh, well, thank you very much, Paul McDonald. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your generous amount. That's incredibly kind of you. And I hope that you are having a wonderful day in Nova Scotia and you have good weather there as well. But thank you very, very much. I actually have not had my coffee yet, so I look forward to having it very soon. And thank you so much for sending that in. A little bit of short history about the area that we are driving through right now. Just to our right here is the Ontario Food Terminal. And it's a major hub for Ontarians of food supply. So we have that right here in this area that I'm traveling through at the moment, which is kind of like Humber Bay, Mimico, Swansea area. And we are, of course, in Etobicoke, which is part of Toronto. The city of Toronto was amalgamated in 1998, and we are in the Etobicoke portion of that right now. So we're continuing to travel on this bus, which would be the 66, that is going towards the north, probably maybe about a northwest direction at the moment. And we will be at the Old Mill Station probably within the next 8 to 11 minutes. You'll see a lot of post-war homes built here along this area. Specifically, these bungalows are all post-war homes with the milk boxes on the side of the houses. Most of them predominantly built after 1945. And we have the Anglican Church here on the left, as well as the Toronto Public Library. It's a very, very, very neat library. If you've ever been inside. And the bus we are traveling on is 3326. And I think it's a diesel. And this unit, I'm not sure what year it's from, but I'm going to guess maybe 2017, 2018. Although I stand to be corrected. I have heard some people call this route very boring, and they don't like to take it because they prefer routes that are kind of like more, what do you call it, urban, you know, with businesses and shops and things and recreation centers and pools and so forth. Where we're traveling is predominantly residential, and it's quiet. A lot of these are tree-lined streets with big, beautiful trees, and it's kind of nice like that. Some routes in Toronto, like another route just comes to mind at the moment would be the 82 Rosedale, which I actually haven't been on for a little while now. It's been close to a year, actually. I think it was May of 2023 that I took it last. The 82 Rosedale from Rosedale subway station, closer to downtown Toronto, in a very, I guess you could call it well-off or affluent neighborhood. And you recall traveling through there, and the trees are probably 2 times the size of these because the homes there are a lot older than here. Like some of those homes are maybe 100 years old versus being maybe only 70 to 80 years old homes around here, with of course some newer ones. And with the exception of these ones, these are really tall trees. But I like bus routes that have a lot of homes and trees. I'm not the biggest fan of routes that are like, for example, the 29 Dufferin or 929 Dufferin, or Suffren as some of you guys call it. Not the biggest fan of that route, although for a younger part of my life on this earth, I kind of live closer to that area there, but it's such a congested area to visit, and I'd like to visit it again, but it's been a little while, so I don't know. We'll stick with visiting this area for now. And it's actually quite amazing because the beautiful trees here with these leaves on them weren't here like a month and a half ago. They were just starting to bloom, and now they're in full bloom, and they're here for summer weather to, provide all these beautiful color and foliage for us to enjoy, and of course oxygen. I still love the trees even without the leaves on them. But trees have to be one of my number one favorite things in this world would be trees. Love trees so much. I remember being in Las Vegas a number of years ago. I think I was in Las Vegas, unless I was dreaming. And I remember seeing the palm trees there, and I thought, oh my God, I can't wait to get back to Canada because I missed my northern trees so much. I don't know how anybody could get used to seeing palm trees everywhere and those kinds of like cactuses and things in a desert-like climate. It was just so not fun for me to be there. Even though it's such a fun city, right? Las Vegas is supposed to be so much fun. Not to be disrespectful to Americans, but everybody smoked everywhere there. And I had a headache. I didn't like the smell of all the cigarettes everywhere because they're different than Canadians. They smell differently. I'm a non-smoker, so I don't smoke. But for those that do, you guys will be able to tell the difference. '8103 is a training bus here. Just passed us here. 8103. If you'll check out my community post, I actually asked a question about two buses, and I haven't actually checked to see if anybody responded, but I was curious myself because I was on, it's either 8203 or no, it was 8302 that I was on, or 8306 yesterday, and there were some major issues with that bus. In fact, my most recently recorded live video, which was yesterday morning, I spoke of it as we experienced that route together, with the bus actually having several hiccups along the way. So quite interesting for that to happen. If you did happen to catch that live, I can explain briefly what happened. I got on and my Patrece card had not been loaded, and I explained to the driver in a very calm manner that I was planning to fill it up at the subway station, which was Royal York at the time. And she didn't believe me and said, everybody said that. And I said, no, that's what I'm planning to do. Because I actually found one or two times when I used just my debit card to pay, I wasn't able to see when that 2-hour thing ran up. And unless you're going into the subway station, you wouldn't be able to check to see the time that it runs up at. So for example, if you're getting on at, let's say 7 a.m., it's good till 9 a.m. for the 2-hour layover. So if I was to be getting on at that time with my Presto card and I had to tap again onto a different bus, I wouldn't know how many hours I was on. And then what if I went over? At least with the Presto, I would know if I went over that 2-hour limit that was covered. I believe in my way it's 3 hours, or it used to be. And what she had said was that, you have to pay with a different method. So I just politely walked away. And then her supervisor came up to speak with her for a few minutes. And she exited the bus. And then within a minute or so, minute and a half approximately, around 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the video approximately, the bus actually shut down and lost power. So she came back on and she tried to reboot it or restart it, and it failed on the restart. And then she was climbing up the hills of Royal York at times, and it was struggling to get up the hill, and it was very noisy, like noisier than some buses to me. So I don't know the main difference between that bus that I spoke about and then the other bus, which is around 81 something. I think I'm rambling on a little bit, so I'm going to be a bit quieter now, and let's just continue the journey here. But feel free to check it out if you haven't seen it already. Oh, we are now arriving at Old Mill Station. Old Mill Station. Now arriving at Old Mill Station. I like to get a transfer just because sometimes I like to collect transfers. I still remember the old ones that I used to have years ago. They were nothing like these. And I don't know when we're getting our elevator. Sometimes I don't want to take the stairs. I just want to elevator it up or down. And I'm sorry the camera's a bit shaky. I'm not using a gimbal, so maybe if I get a bigger donation, I can pay for a gimbal. But that would be a dream and a blessing to receive such a big donation from my watchers to pay for that beautiful gimbal so that I can record clear videos for you guys so that your eyes are not like dizzy when you're looking at my video, because sometimes there's a bit of camera shake. Even though I have stabilization within my iPhone, I still find with lives they're not super stabilized, so sometimes there's a lot of this like camera shake. So a gimbal or a donation from you guys to support my channel as a creator would be fantastic. And our subway is coming. Here it is.
The next station is James Station. The next station is Runnymede Station. not running.
And we are now at Runnymede subway station. You're by yourself today. Oh, your friend is here. Oh, okay. No share. That's not the way we do things. Okay, I hear the screech of that XDE 40 behind me. Let me see. There's 7216. And behind that is 1085. 1085 is just pulling up and leaving. have to go get that coffee. I am still asleep. Not awake yet. I went to bed very late last night, so I am sleepy. But these flowers are so pretty. These ones are really nice. I think these are marigolds. Marigolds are supposed to keep, I say a lot, sorry. Marigolds are supposed to keep certain flies and bad bugs away from your garden. And they are very nice. I like marigolds. Look at that, only $2.99 and they can be yours. They are nice, aren't they? Thank you. And a few more flowers here we have. These ones kind of look a little like beets. These ones here, they look a bit like, kind of like red beets. We have a fern plant, so if you want to help your home have limited effects from the Wi-Fi, these are definitely good to have, or that 70s aesthetics feel in your home. Definitely a fern. Fern, very good. What else do we have here? I don't know the names of all these plants. These are impatiens. I'm not sure why they're called impatiens, but that's what they're called.
That's one in the middle, the white flowers and the purple flowers.
That's not.
How much is it?
And 3322 on the 77 Swansea, just leaving.
Is Ready Meat Station straight that way?
It's this way.
It's right here?
And you can get to it that way too. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And of course, yours truly here, Patrece Sunflower. That's me. Yeah, these are really nice. Well, thank you very much. Usually around July or August, we will see a lot more of these sunflowers in nature. Oh, here's 7216. On the 79A, Scarlet Road. I guess that's via Foxwell and Pritchard, I think. I know it goes close to Woolner. I know that.